Hey everybody, Sarah here with Chicken and Bulldogs. We got rained out today. Had all these plans and all these projects planned, and then a random line of thunderstorms came through, and now we have our Saturday opened up. So we're going to make some chicken scratch. Do you ever have one of these things, by the way? Absolutely fantastic. I'll put a link to these in my description here, but you used to be able to find these in stores, and now you can only get them on Amazon. They are energy seltzer, although some of my family members think I'm drinking White Claws during the day. But this is actually kind of like a White Claw, but just with caffeine. So no alcohol in it. And if you don't like Celsius, if you don't like a lot of the other seltzers out there that are super sweet, this one's good. Barely has a little bit of flavor, no sugar, and it wakes you up, which is totally what I need today because I have a cold. So before we get started on mixing the feed, we got a couple bags here. So this is actually the scratch grains that we're going to be mixing with that other stuff. This is a supplemental treat. This is not chicken feed. It's not to be their main food source either. So what's in here, maybe a scoop of it, is basically like grains and corns and things like that. The chickens go nuts for, but we like to dress it up a little bit. Before we get started on that, I want to fill up our chicken feed container. Now, this is actual chicken feed. It's got 18% protein. We wanted an extra high protein pellet this time because one of our chickens is molting. And when they are molting, they need a lot of protein. In fact, the chicken on this bag looks an awful lot like our molting chicken pot pie. So we prefer the pellets just because the powder kind of tends to get clumpy. It's a brand new bag. We don't like to store bags of feed in our garage just because they can oftentimes have holes right off the pallet at the store, and then they leak seeds everywhere, and then that attracts mice and rodents, which you totally don't want. So instead we got this heavy-duty locking bucket from Tractor Supply, and this is where we dump our feed in. We have a little bit extra, but we're going to top it off. And by the way, earlier I think I said powder. What I meant to say was crumble. We prefer pellets, which are these, not the crumble. Got my husband here helping me today.
Yes.
And me.
And the chicken girl. And the chicken boy. We like to use a metal strainer with our chicken pellets just because during shipping a lot of these pellets will break down and they get more of this powder, which can sometimes cake in the chicken feeder, actual hanging feeder, and prevent the flow of food from getting the chickens. So my daughter's going to demonstrate on how we do that. Okay?
So first we like to grab
The dustiest bunch.
Yes.
Don't shake it in there.
And then we
Shake it in the bucket.
shake it in the bucket, and all the dust goes out except for the actual pellets, so it wouldn't close up the feeder. See if I can
All right. See? I mean, this is not, an essential part, but we prefer it just because we've had a few cases where the chicken feeders get clogged with that. So yeah, a little bit of dust is fine, but sometimes in these bags there's just a ton of it.
So this is
Can you stand back over there?
chicken supplement. It's for laying hens, like for example pot pie. She loves to lay. It puts like a rich flavor into the eggs and makes the shell stronger. And it's like a dust.
Yeah. Basically, it adds nutrients to the feed and helps them with egg shell integrity, calcium, things like that. Just sprinkle a little bit in, Ken's. Okay, now can you guys mix that into?
Yeah, you only need.
Slow down, bud. We don't want to fling it out, okay? Get your hands in there, maybe.
We only need just a little bit.
I'll put links to everything in my video here today, but basically this has some microbials, it has calcium, it has protein, it has some other vitamins in it that kind of keep, or supposedly keep your chickens healthier, and the eggshells harder, more resistant. Sometimes eggshells can get kind of weak and bendy, and they collapse easy, and you don't want that to happen. You want the eggshell to come out nice and hard so it comes out your chicken nice and easy. The final step is we're going to be adding some oyster shell flakes, and this is just additional calcium. Now it's just going to kind of be a little bit in this big bucket of food, so it's not going to be overwhelming with supplements, but it'll help them out. Chickens actually don't even really like to eat it, but they end up eating it by accident when they're not paying attention.
So you know this, there's these mini latches that match in between this. So, and sometimes it tricks you. So you gotta keep turning it until the latch fits in there. See? Latch into this. Then you just put that, and that goes over this so it won't open. And it's basically all farm proof. Horses can't get into it, especially chickens can't get into it. Squirrels, mice, just name it.
All right, so next we're gonna mix the scratch, and we do have this galvanized steel bucket, pail, whatever you call it. I can't do this one-handed. Max, would you please open this? All right, so as you can see, we're completely out of scratch. And we do have a method to the madness here. All right, so first we're gonna add the scratch grains.
Fill it up about a third.
Oh, by the way, it's really, just FYI, it's dusty, you see that? But it's not as much where it clogs up.
Yeah, this is kind of
Feeder.
something you sprinkle
So,
on the
yes.
ground instead of putting in like a chicken feeder.
Okay.
So if there's any dust, it just gets eaten or absorbed by the ground.
Yes.
All right, what are we gonna add next?
I'm gonna add some of this sizzling heat, and it helps so that the squirrels won't eat it. They'll taste it, and then they'll run away, try to find something to cool it down, so they won't eat the scratch.
Got a few different types of seeds mixed in here, but it's also got chili peppers. Oh no! And we had a whoops. But that's all right. We'll just put it in the pail.
Should we just?
Clean up.
We're gonna
How about you use teamwork and clean up?
We should get all of this into here and dump it into there.
That's a good idea.
We're never wasting this.
I can't help myself. I gotta see how spicy these are.
Mom, no, don't. You're gonna.
It's a peanut.
It is.
And my mouth is definitely on fire. Yeah.
Trust me.
Don't eat these. Don't eat these. Okay, so, definitely not like tear jerking, but, I could see how the squirrels would never forget something like that.
I'm gonna add black oil sunflower seeds for birds.
And some of the sizzling heat already had some in there, but we're gonna add some extra.
Yeah, looks like that. How much should we put in? A little bit, not too much, because we already got.
That's good.
This is dried mealworms, and we're gonna pour it into the bin with them because chicken thinks it tastes really good, and all animals with birds love it. And I'm gonna throw some in. It smells like pretzels, but I still wouldn't eat it.
Smells like pretzels, but I still didn't eat it. That's good, Max. Stop. Thank you. The chickens do love these.
Lid on it real quick. And then do one of these. Yeah. There you go. Mix it up.
Now get the very bottom.
All right, guys, I would totally go in and do a super good job of washing your hands, because the last thing you're gonna wanna do is rub that sizzling heat dust in your eyeballs. Because my mouth is still burning, and you don't want your eyes to burn like my mouth does. So why don't you guys go ahead and wash up. Okay, so we put this in the pail because this is the bucket that we take outside for the chickens. Max, did you go ahead and scoop some up? That's a lot. Can you maybe... Oh, caught one of those peppers. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, let's go. They want to be let out. Go ahead, Kens. In that bucket, buddy. They know what that means.
Fresh scraps, ladies.
That noisy one is Char. The black one is the one that's molting. That's pot pie. This one in front is Buff. And the rust-colored chicken is Bean. Buff, Bean, and Char are new. We got them in April. Pot pie we've had for about 3 years. She's currently molting on her tail and her neck. Well, made some chicken scratch, and then we added some supplements to the feed. Because we had so much help, now we've got to clean up. All right, much better in here, definitely. Then there's this clown. Are you a happy girl today? Certainly found a beach ball, apparently. And she already popped it. Not a ball anymore, Stirs. Tractor got a bath. Hey girl, I have nothing. I come bearing no treats. I am just coming out here to check on your run. Char's always got something to say. Look at Popeye. She's like, I don't want to miss out on anything either. I'm so sorry. I don't have anything. Oh yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like the powder kind of blocks the flow of food. It's supposed to kind of, these, I don't know, you call them hoppers or whatever. They're kind of supposed to like self-feed and flow and everything, but sometimes it doesn't work, and that's why we try to sift that the powder out of the pellets. So, got some work to do on that. And looking around here, you guys could use a fresh layer of straw. Water looks okay. I just filled it the other day. What do you girls think? It truly never ends around here, and I just have 4 chickens. Just try to put it in different spots every time. And stop throwing it in their food and water. Bricking, you don't even have to sprinkle it on it. You guys are just throwing it when you sprinkle it. You just literally throw it in their food, and you throw it in their water.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I mean, I've said this like 5 times already. Of course, when you get help, this stuff happens. Yeah. It's the painful part of having chickens, kids help with chickens. I'm pretty much gonna have to replace all that water. All right, kids got the straw out of the hopper feed or whatever you want to call it. We got clean water in there. Looks like Char is already helping herself. Got new straw down in the run. The girls get really excited when you put fresh straw down. They love to comb through it. So yeah, there's only one last thing to do, which is tear this pool down for the fall. I am so done with this pool. The pump stopped working about a week ago. I've been patching it all summer long. It is 3 years old. It has served us well, and now it is time to give it a proper burial. All right, we're gonna make this easy. No, we're not gonna use this normal pool drain, as that takes forever, and plus it's facing the house. We're just gonna put this thing out of its misery. Ready, kids?
Yes.
Pool. You did us well, but it's time.
Whoa! Oh, cool. Oh, it's a big glass.
Well, that's all for today. I'm sure something else will come up later that I don't know about. Nice little surprise, but put in a lot of work in the last few hours. It's starting to get hot out. All right, so pool is draining rapidly. We got a brand new one already for next summer. So far, I think I'm going to call it good and have lunch. Stay tuned if you like chicken and bulldog footage. We got plenty of it. And keep watching, you guys. Like, share, and subscribe because there's always something going wrong at my house. Take care, guys.